Eric Muadid, Muadid.com. Over the last 2 months or so, we've seen WTW, Weight Watchers, have a nice run, moving from about, let's call it $6 to the highs here of about 28 over the last month. Now, if we take a look at the monthly chart, we see that we haven't had any rest period. It has been up the last 2 months, so we can see an entry based on the monthly chart. If we take a look at the 2-year weekly, we see that the stock has not had 2 weeks of rest since it began moving somewhere here. We had 1 week of rest here. Remember, we need at least 2 weeks for it to be a well-established new base before the next move. And so really the option has been to follow this stock day to day. And as you can see that ever since this spike here, it settled down here at about $18 and had a couple of days of sideways action, more than 2 days of rest, and finally it did blast above 18. So there was your first gap up entry here, or at least your first chance to own it. Unfortunately, the stock blasted out of that gap and go kind of a situation, so maybe it didn't give you an entry. There was another rest period somewhere here, right there. In fact, let's take a look at a 6 months daily instead of the 1 year daily. And on the 6 months daily, we can see, yes, there was an rest period there, and we settled down here for more than 2 days, which is what we need on this daily chart. And then there was another rest period after this closing high there, just under 24, and the stock settled down for about, let's call it about 2-3 days, which is minimum, more than the minimum of 2 days. And then recently there was another high that was recorded there, and the stock settled down for about 3 days, more than the minimum of 2, and today we are seeing it break out. So this was your most recent entry after more than 2 days of rest. So again, once you see a stock make a high on a daily chart, if you're chasing it on a daily, you want to see at least 2 days of rest below the high. So you want at least 2 days of rest, and then after that, any breakout that comes after the rest period is now giving you an entry into a stock that could be now breaking out for fresh move. So the 2 days of rest suggests that the stock has had time to digest the gains and could be beginning a new move. If you don't see the monthly charts giving you a rest period, then check the weekly. If the weekly is not giving you 2 weeks of rest, then check the daily. Eric Muadid, Muadid.com. In the description, I do have a link going into details about the 2 week, 1 month, and the 2 day rest period. Good luck, peace, and blessings. EACS.